Questions for Payton? How you feeling right now?
Pretty good. I'm glad to be able to do, something. It's crazy no other Hawkeye's done it. Well, I mean, I see Caitlin do it every day, but I take some of the legitimacy of it. But I mean, yeah, I'm pretty proud. Being from the state, it's a pretty special thing to be the first one.
What's your favorite number of the three?
I'm honestly, I've never shot probably more than 10 free throws in a game in my life. So, but I think I shot 19. That's pretty cool. But the assist, I mean, that was just Josh Dix. That was easy. So I was just throwing him the ball and he made everything.
I think you had 8 at halftime. Like, did you know that you were on triple-double watch going into the
No, I didn't really know it until I thought I was close to a double-double because I told one of our coaches I was going to get 10 rebounds before the game. And then he's like, hey, one more rebound. And I'm like, all right, I got you. He's like, no, like, get one more rebound. I'm like, all right. So.
When Baldwin missed that free throw, when he went to the line, was this just firmly in your mind? He's going to miss, get the rebound.
No, I mean he's like 90% free throw shooter, and we've really struggled lately getting free throw rebounds. So I was just doing everything I could to make sure we got the ball and finish out the game. And then I think I realized it once they fouled, and that was a pretty good feeling.
Payton, great players have come through here. I mean, you could list however many, but you are the first to get a triple-double. I guess putting that into context, what does it mean to you? I mean,
it's pretty special. Growing up watching so many great players and playing with so many great players. J-Bo and Keegan and Chris, and watching Luca and Weezy, all those guys. I mean, to be the first one's a pretty special feeling. But honestly, it means nothing if we can't get these last 2 wins and do something as a team. That's kind of where your legacy is left, and that's where my head's been at the whole year.
Payton, I think thinking back to the last 3 years of talking to you, you've always kind of wanted to showcase yourself as more than a shooter. I mean, I guess going into just with the performance tonight, you think you've kind of, in your play over the last couple months, you think you've really kind of solidified your case that you're more than just a guy that can sit on the perimeter and make threes?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, lately I really haven't been shooting the ball all that well from 3, but I'm still getting to the foul lineup and getting to the mid-range and making plays for my teammates. I think I'm just out there kind of playing free, and that's a good feeling to run up and down and try and make plays defensively. Honestly, I'm most proud of the way that I've guarded this year, and at times I've had a couple breakdowns, but I've really been able to showcase that end of the floor. I think I had 3 blocks tonight, so that's been where I'm most proud of and where I've worked the hardest in the off season, and just watching a ton of film trying to get better.
You guys have struggled at times to close people out. You had that big 3 late. Just walk me through that one.
Yeah, their press is tough, and if you can beat it up then or blow it up, then you have stuff on the back line. Laji threw me that deep ball for a wide open layup, and Josh kind of threw it over the top, and I've just stepped up and shoot it, and I've had a tough time. Late games, you're trying to stay in rhythm. Hadn't really hit that many shots, but I just kind of stayed confident and just let it fly, and that felt good.
You had 3 blocks tonight. Can you just describe the type of passion, how hard you try to work on your defense side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, this off season, I talked to the coaches, talked to a bunch of people. If I wanted to, continue my career and improve as a player, I had to be on that end of the floor. And I did a ton of jump rope. I did a bunch of drills. Played one-on-one with Tony like all the time, trying to get better. He's one of the fastest guys you go against, and that's definitely where my pride is. And I'm trying to showcase that for just shut up the haters kind of, and that's kind of I'm really proud of myself for the way that I've been down there. Obviously, teams are still going to score. There's really good players at this level, but I'm doing everything I can to make it tough on them.
Do you feel like you guys are still getting better, and how do you kind of try to close that gap this last little bit of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. We were 5-5, and we've just gotten blown out twice, and maybe even 3 times. And it wasn't a good feeling, but since then, nobody's blown us out. Nobody's come in and dominated us. Every game it feels like we've had a chance to get a big win, and we've had a lot of leads. I think where we can improve as a team right now is closing those leads. We did an okay job tonight. I think we can still improve, but we're going to go on the road Saturday. We're going to be in the game, and we got to step up and make those plays down the stretch. I think if we can do that, that's where we can make a jump and continue to play the postseason. Because, like I said, nobody's been dominating us at all.
Have you looked at the box score? That's the weirdest box score. I mean, I think you were 3 for 11 from the floor, maybe, and you had 26 points. 19 for your previous high free throw attempts was 7.
Yeah, that's what 19. I thought. I didn't think
your previous high in assists were 6. 10. Like, where did this come from? It's like, how can you?
I
I mean, I'm not saying that against you. I'm saying like the 10 assists or like you had it in the first half.
Like I said, it was just Josh Diggs. It wasn't like I made maybe a couple cool passes, but for the most part I was just giving him the ball.
Payton,
I'll take it.
I think it was 8 minutes to like 1 minute left. I think Penn State went on like a 14-5 run. You mentioned finishing games and closing things out. I guess, is there something you can pinpoint, like, as to why the offense maybe struggles over that stretch, or like how you can fix that issue?
I think we just get too stagnant. We kind of go away from our motion too much. I think everyone maybe gets a little tense, but that's going to happen. And I think where we had to improve is get stops, which we got a fair amount of stops down the stretch to stay in it. And Illinois, it felt like we couldn't get a stop when we played at Penn State. At Maryland, we couldn't get a stop when we weren't scoring. So that's where our improvement has to happen, because our offense is so good getting defensive rebounds and pushing it, and if you're not getting stops, you're slow. You have to play in the half court, and it's going to be a lot harder, especially against Big Ten defenses.
Patrick was talking about the urgency he felt like you guys played with tonight. Like, why do you think that was, and how do you try to sustain that?
Yeah, I think it's something we've been doing a lot better. The whole thing this season is playing 40 minutes, because we've had great stretches, but we've never really put together a complete game, and we kind of know what's at stake. We know what we have to do, and everybody's bought in. I think that that's a special thing about this team, and I'm proud of everybody. And it starts in practice Thursday. We got to be ready to go again Saturday, and I know we will be, because we got good guys, we got winners, and we're going to find a way.
When you thought about the
Last
season,
question.
geez, a lot of pressure. When you thought about the season, as a leader, you probably hoped you would be in this position, right? With a week to go in the season, you've got still everything to play for, really.
Absolutely. Even 2 weeks ago, we go on the road and lose to Maryland, and you kind of look at the schedule ahead. You try not to look at it and hold, but you see what's coming. You see Wisconsin, you see at Michigan State, at Illinois. And, we've been 3-1 in the stretch. We played some really good ball, and this is everything we could ask for. That's why you got to show up to practice. You got to work as hard as you ever have, because this is what we've worked for. We gave ourselves a chance, and that's what I'm proud of everybody for. And everybody's came together. Guys that aren't playing, they're working their butt off in practice. So this is a total team effort, and we know what's at stake, and we're going to find a way.
All right, thank